Our 25-2 S10 is finally getting the rear bars, except in this case, they will actually run underneath the bed. So they'll come out of the main hoop, bend towards the back half, and follow the back half all the way back. Let's get started. I have a string here which actually shows what path this will follow. So this gives me my distance and my angle at which I have to bend at to follow this path. So we take our angle finder here, and I already did this. As you can see, it's already set up before I actually started filming, but this puts us right about 40 degrees. Now to find the length, obviously we need our first measurement, which is from the main hoop to the back half, right at 23 inches. After that, we need to go from that point where our bend ends to wherever I want this bar to end, which ultimately I want to end it somewhere in this area. So we measure from here to here, 34, 35 inches or so. Piece of tube is in the bender. We will now go to 40 degrees. I have this zeroed out, and let's rock and roll. 44 degrees to accumulate for spring back. And now we come over to the truck and we do a rough fit up of our bar here. It's too long, right? It's too far in that way, so we gotta cut some off. I built the bar long, I knew that. Okay, so I said I had to take off about 2 inches from this bar. Now I still think I have to take out about at least an inch minimum, but I'm just gonna start by putting a notch in it. And the reason being is whenever you're cutting in diagonal to shrink horizontally, if that makes sense, right? I gotta shrink this way, but the notch is running at a 45-degree angle, roughly. An inch is gonna reduce a lot more than an inch in this direction, so shit can get hairy very fast. So I'm just gonna put a notch in it, and then we're gonna see where we sit. So that is as far as we are going to get today. I ended up polishing this piece up on my belt sender with a Scotch-Brite belt on it. I haven't tacked this in. Obviously, this is going to go higher, probably around this area. So it'll come somewhere around here, a few inches off of the actual back half itself. Now, I haven't tacked it in because not only don't I not have time, but I also have to intersect this bar somewhere in this area. Now, I didn't make it too long. Maybe I made it a little bit too long. Now, I also have to replicate this bar on the other end, which is pretty much a carbon copy, so that shouldn't be a huge deal. But like I said, I do have to intersect both of these bars, probably somewhere where this bar is, I think is where I'm going to do it. And then after that, I will come down this way after I cut off the rest of this, because this back half is still